All right. Welcome in, H-Town. You are now tuned in to The Solid Grip, coming to you live at 7:05. You understand me? And so today's episode, we're going to talk about some wonderful things. Baseball is here, and it's here in full effect, okay? Just got done watching the Stros put a good old beating on the Seattle Mariners. And I just got to say, man, we're looking real good out there. The bats are still a little cold, they still a little cold. I want them to warm up a little bit. We need teams like Seattle, we need to be running up the score on these guys. But nevertheless, I'm super excited. Pop, you here with me, man?
I'm here, baby.
Okay. Look, I'm over here having some technical difficulties on my audio. Hold on, we are going to rectify this real quick. Bloom. All right. Can you hear me well? Can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Good, man. Yeah, but man, so Pop, man, baseball is back in full effect, man. I've watched several games, man, right now. Your Yankees are playing. I believe they're down right now by 2. The last
down 3, man.
Oh, down 3. Oh, man.
Yeah.
Man. So what's
going
on?
A little trouble, baby.
Now, I was saying, what's going on? Tell me about it.
I'm just saying they down 3, man. James Paxton lasted an inning and a half, so it goes to show you, man. I told you, if we don't get them bats going, man, we don't have the pitching like you guys got, man. We can't just roll out of bed, man, and win, man. We got to swing the sticks, man. So hey, we'll see.
I mean, y'all got the sticks to swing, man. And I know, man, look, we're a little orthodox this morning, but I mean, it's an evening or whatever. But one thing I want y'all to do is I want y'all to share this link right here, okay? Anybody that gets on here while we're live, share this link with your people, okay? Also, I want you to go to our YouTube page, and I deleted the thing. I want you to go to our YouTube page, okay? YouTube, The Solid Grip. I want you to like, comment, and subscribe, okay, to our channels. There are more videos there where we're giving our expert analysis. Y'all do that. Follow us on Twitter, okay? There's twitter.com/solid_grip. Okay. And I forgot to tell you, while you're at YouTube, hit that little bell so you don't miss anything from us. Also, in addition to all of that, we also have our podcast on Apple Music, also on Google Play, also on SoundCloud. Okay. Several different places. Wherever you get your podcast there, you can go there and you can find The Solid Grip. Y'all go check us out, give us likes, comment on our stuff, tell us what you think. And as long as we got people that are here that are helping us drive this thing, we're gonna keep pressing forward. But anyways, Pop, let's get straight off into this thing, man, and not play with it. So here's the thing, man. Right now, even though baseball's back and everything is exciting, there's still, the NBA is about to be underway and the NFL is right around the corner, man. But there's something right now that's pressing that we got to talk about. And I think we alluded to it yesterday, but we didn't really get to talk about it, man. But we had a show, I don't know, about a month ago that was entitled Mike Tyson is Back. Okay. And I know anybody that's been, looking through their social media and their timelines, and you've been seeing Mike, man, this guy, he looks like the old Mike. And I was listening to Michael Jai White, who actually played Mike Tyson in the Mike Tyson movie back in 1995, who is a world-renowned black belt and like everything, okay? And someone asked him, Vlad asked him, matter of fact, Vlad TV asked him, are you surprised that Mike Tyson is looking as good as he does? And Michael Jai White said, no, I'm not surprised at all. You don't lose that twitch. Even as a 53-year-old man, you don't lose that twitch. But Mike Tyson, man, is set on September the 12th to fight Roy Jones Jr. I'm telling you right now, I love Mike Tyson. I love Roy Jones Jr., man. And look, I made an argument in the barbershop. I said, man, all the greatest athletes come from the South. Okay. I made that argument. Okay. Roy Jones Jr. is from the South. Greatest fighter to ever fight is from the South, right? Muhammad Ali. He's from Kentucky. Okay. Greatest basketball player to ever play the game, Michael Jordan. Where is he from? Wilmington, North Carolina. Okay. We can go deep into this thing. Who's the greatest gymnast ever? Right? Simone Biles. Where she's from? None other than H Town, Texas, baby. Okay. And I can go on and on and on and on. But Roy Jones gonna get his butt beat. That's just the bottom line. Pop, how you feel about that?
I hope so, only because I'm just a big Tyson person. But I mean, Roy Jones fought about 2 years ago. Now, is he gonna fight as a middleweight, or has he blown up to 300 pounds and gonna fight as a super heavyweight? I guess that's the thing. That is the thing that's kind of concerning to me, is that we haven't seen Roy Jones. We've seen Mike Tyson. We've seen him, get down to close to his playing weight and get ripped, and like you say, he don't ever lose that twitch and stuff. But yeah, I think Michael win, but 8 rounds. And now I saw something today saying that it's gonna kind of be pillywinking around and stuff, and
No,
I
they
don't see
ain't.
Mike Tyson doing that.
No,
That
they
that ain't
ain't.
Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson don't do nothing half H, okay?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
so he if he step in that ring and stuff, he gonna be in there to punish somebody. So yeah, I'm gonna go with Iron Mike.
Yeah, I'm going with Mike too, man. I couldn't agree with you more. Mike Tyson ain't getting in there to tiddlywink around with you. He finna try to knock your head off. He was born an animal, he gonna die an animal. You know what I mean? And I mean that, Mike Tyson, if you ever see this and probably won't, I mean that in the most respectful way possible, man. He's a monster. And when he get in that ring, he gonna do damage. And here's the thing: Roy Jones Jr. is quicker than Mike Tyson is. Okay, like I mean, naturally as a fighter, I don't know about now. They're very comparable in age. Roy Jones Jr. is 51, Mike Tyson is 53. But in their primes, Roy Jones is faster than Mike Tyson.
Oh yeah,
He's faster. I mean, it ain't no question about that. But when you talk about speed and power, Roy Jones ain't really have a whole lot of power, man. He just busts you up so bad so quickly,
right.
you don't have time really to recover. You know what I'm saying? To repulse, man. And so it's that's kind of what he did. But Mike Tyson, man, he's coming quick and powerful, and it just really ain't too many people was able to do about it, man. With the exception of a few, and even that can be argued, man. But man, I'm excited to see that, man. I know they say it's gonna be a so-called exhibition match, but we know it's gonna be on pay-per-view. Okay, ain't no exhibition matches on pay-per-view. All right, you're gonna have to pay to see this fight. You know why? Because they're gonna be trying to knock each other's head off. Okay. Anyways, man. So man, let's move right along, man, and wrap up in baseball, man. It looks like the three teams that they said Pop would be sticking out, they are sticking out like a sore thumb, man. That would be the LA Dodgers, the New York Yankees, and the Houston Astros, man. They sticking out like sore thumbs, man. They coming out banging hard. I know your boys are down, by 3 right now, but that means nothing, man. When them bats wake up, it's trouble for anybody who's on that bump. So, Pop, did you believe when they said these three teams would kind of be at the zenith in the season? Did you believe that you would start seeing this early on?
Yeah, I mean, let's face it, man. I mean, if you look at each team's lineup, if you look at each team's pitching staff, they do possess the best lineups and the best pitching staffs in baseball. But listen, man, you still got the Cleveland Indians over here in the American League. The Boston Red Sox are still the Boston Red Sox. I've kind of been impressed with the California Angels. I mean, although Mike Trout's off to a slow start, I think they might be 2-0, and then you got some sleeper teams, man. The Brewers. I mean, they 1-1. The Cubs. I mean, not that the Cubs are a sleeper team, but with 16 teams making the playoffs, man, I'm telling you, you are going to have to be at your very best, especially playing only 60 games.
Right,
You are going to
right.
have to be at your very best every day.
Yeah.
Because if you get behind, man, a game or two behind, then hey, man, anything can happen, man. So, but I still see the Dodgers and the Astros playing for the World Series, and I see the Astros winning it all.
Hey man, your boy LeMahieu, or my boy LeMahieu, man. I love that cat, man. Your boy LeMahieu, man, just hit a nice little single, man, and brought one in. So, it's now 1-3 Yankees, Nationals. Judge grounded into a fielder's choice to third. LeMay, who is out, 2 outs. So they are at the top of the third. Yeah, Pop. Look, man, I think that these three teams are going to be in the running. They are sleeper teams. Cincinnati is a sleeper team. Okay, they got a lot of young guys out there who got nice bats, man. Toronto as well. But let's just face the facts, man. Let's face the truth. Let's face the truth, because facts change. Okay, the truth remains the same, and so the truth of the matter is those three teams, they're going to emerge as the Giants. And when you talking about a league that's only playing 60 games, you talking about you really can't lose more than 10 games, man. I
You
mean,
can't
you
lose
really,
more than 10.
yeah,
I agree.
you lose more than 10, man. I ain't gonna say you got to hang it up or anything like that, but I think 15 probably might be the cutoff part. You know what I mean? And I think
Right.
that's why these teams, man, you got to come out not swinging for the fence. You know what I mean? That's
Right.
one thing I've seen the Yankees, Astros, and the Dodgers do. They're not coming out swinging for the fence, man. They trying to get their balls in play, get guys across their plate, man, and put points up on the board, man. And I think when you think 162 games, look at last year, man. Last year,
Yeah.
man, everybody was coming out trying to swing over the fence, man.
Right.
Altuve, he had a career high, I think 30 home runs. He
Right.
had 30 bombs, man. You know what I mean? That ain't his game. His game ain't 30 bombs. His game is 20, 22 bombs, okay, about 105 RBIs, and batting averages of probably about 320 to 350, that area right there. So everybody was swinging for the fence, especially with the balls, man. The
Right.
balls that they had or whatever. So
Definitely was juiced.
yeah, definitely, man. So yeah, man, that's how I feel about it. And we're gonna move right along, man, to what's that? Okay. Yeah, man. So NBA has been playing. Okay.
Right.
Now, the official games have not started yet. Okay. That will be underway here shortly. But they have been playing exhibition games, man, and these guys been playing like the cameras on, man, and like fans are, in the seats. And yeah, man, it's been some of the stuff, some of the scrimmages that I've been able to watch, through highlight. These guys are playing hard, man, and they ready to get back into the groove. Think about it, man. We just fans, right? We just people that's talking ball right now. These guys play the game, man. Not just play the game for money. This is their livelihood, man. This is what they
Right.
do. You know what I mean? This is what their fathers, were taking them out to the court or on the field, or, like Tiger Woods, or Eldridge, his old man, taking them out to the golf course 3 or 4 years old, to get it started. This all these guys know, and so they ready to get back, man. So I don't know if you've seen some of these guys, man, but LeBron is looking real good, man. I mean, not just his game, man. He looking wise, man, looking like Moses out there with that beard, and he got a little salt and pepper in that beard, man. You know what I mean? So yeah, man. How's it looking to you, Pop? I mean, do you think this is gonna be a legitimate season? You think they really hyped up like it's looking?
Yeah. I think it's going to be a legitimate season. Concerned about some of the guys though that's leaving the bubble, though, man. For just I don't know why you got three Clippers have left the bubble already. I mean, and when you leave it, you have to quarantine for a certain period of time.
Right.
I hope you guys understand, man, that they've got to discipline themselves. I mean, unless it's a medical emergency, man. I mean, they need to stay there, man, because like you hurt your team when you have to leave that bubble. Plus, you risk getting infected out there and stuff because that bubble I mean, it's pretty infection proof, man. So, but I think once we start the playoffs, when we get past these first 8 games, I think they start next week. Then I think you'll see guys really lock in and get serious about winning the championship and stuff. I know LeBron's serious, man. I mean, if he could bring a championship to the Lakers and stuff, it'll be the third team that he won a championship for. And I'm not sure. I'm gonna check that and stuff for our next show and stuff, but I'm not sure if there's anybody that's ever done that before. I'm sure there may be one, but I can't think of anybody off the top of my head who's won 3 championships for 3 different teams. Same thing with Kawhi Leonard. If the
Robert
Clippers,
Ory.
Robert Ory,
Robert Ory. He
okay,
won with
Lakers,
Houston, won with San Antonio,
Spurs,
won
and
with LA.
Rockets. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
okay, okay, and if Kawhi Leonard will be his third. with the three different teams.
Yeah, man. It's exciting to see, man. I really think that this gonna be an exciting season. I know Shaq, he kind of bothered by it, man. He doesn't think it's gonna be a legitimate season. He thinks this season should have been a scratch. But come on, Shaq, man. Look, you don't even had nothing to do, bro. You know what I mean? He's done all that you could do, man. He's one of the greatest centers to ever play the game. He got multiple championships. Okay. The dude is a doggone sheriff. He got his doctorate degree in something. I don't know what it is. He owns like 220 what is it, Papa John's or Pizza Hut's, one of them. He can correct me. Uh he ain't got nothing to do but to do stuff, man. You know what I mean? He remind me of Oprah, man. He done everything. He just trying to find something to do. You know, here it is. He a sports analyst, and I like him on the show. You know, I
Right.
like him on the show, man, with Kenny and Charles, man. But come on, Shaq. You know what I mean? Come on, man. This people want to see this. They want to play. You know, you played the game. They want to play. You can't make it you cannot be the one that makes it illegitimate because that's your opinion on it. You know what I mean? These players are playing for something. And you a Hall of Famer. Think about these players who this is their rookie season, man. You know what I mean? They really trying to put on so that they can stay on. You know what I
Right.
mean? Cats that's in the D League, stuff like that, man. You know what I mean? So, yeah, man, watch your mouth, Shaq. That gummit. You know what I mean? So, yeah, man, that's something, Pop, we just need to get to, man. That really bothers me, and I know that it bothers you, man. But the Redskins decided on no name. You know, I was like, when I heard this, I'm like, you got to be kidding me, man. Come on, man. Like, all the names you could have thought of, you decided, you know what, we just not gonna have no names. I mean, that's almost American as you can get it, man. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like, that's some real conservative, liberal type stuff right there. Okay, we just not gonna put a name on there. We're gonna be the Washington football team. That's crazy, man. You know what I mean? That's just, I get it, not Redskins. I get that. We talked about that. I concur with that, but come on. You know what I mean? Come on. And maybe they said, man, we just don't have enough time. I don't know what the deal is, but what's your take on this, Pop?
Well, they had enough time. I just think Daniel Snyder's in a situation with all the legal stuff, man, that he probably didn't want to spend any money, man. I mean, it's gonna cost him an arm and leg to try to feel his way through this legal situation and stuff. And so, you know what, Rich, I really expect him to sell the team because, like I said, man, I mean, although he was not involved directly or he has not been implicated in any of the matters with the young ladies and stuff, I mean, he's the CEO of this ball club, man. It's his team. I mean, he's the and so, the commissioner has not spoken yet and stuff, but you know, I mean, it wouldn't shock me, man, if not only the commissioner but the other owners decide to, hey, man, listen, you just gonna have to, you got to sell your ball club, I mean, and so maybe he's looking at that, but I really think it's about money. I really think that the fact that all the legal problems that he's had, that he's probably looking at, well, hey, man, it's gonna cost say $15 million to change the logo and stuff like that, and we'll put that off to another time and stuff. And but come on, man. I mean, I don't think it would have been hard. I read there were a number of good suggestions out there, and the fans had put in their suggestions and stuff, and just to call them the Washington football team, it didn't even sound like an NFL team.
I just, it's something that I'm not going to understand right now. And the only logical thing that I can come up with in my mind is, hey, we need more time to really think this out, to do something that's going to represent, because Washington, D.C., quiet is kept, or not quiet is kept, but it is the capital of of the United States of America. So that does not necessarily mean their team represents America, right? Obviously, you have a multitude of teams in different sports. But when you're talking about Washington, D.C., all the things that represent America, and you couldn't think of a name, I can't really get with it. I can't understand it. Nevertheless, they not my team. You know what I mean? So, hey, that's what it is. And I mean, speaking of the Redskins, It looks like Alex Smith has been cleared to play, man.
Really?
Ever since that broke leg, man, that
Okay.
subsequently that the Texans gave him, man, back 2 years ago, man. And I mean, it was gruesome. It was gruesome, man. And I would not be surprised, and I'm gonna just throw this in here. I know we didn't put this on the rundown, but I would not be surprised if Alex Smith got an opportunity, if he's good, to start, man, this upcoming season over the guy they got out of Ohio State. I would not be surprised, man. You want to get a veteran guy, especially with all the noise that's going on with the team name and everything like that. And just knowing that the NFC East is up for grabs, man. I
Up
mean,
for
it's up for
grabs.
grabs every year. You know what I
Exactly.
mean? So do we
Exactly.
want to put Dwayne Haskins here? Is he ready? Is he ready to take the helm? Or do we do Dwayne Haskins like Kansas City did Patrick Mahomes and put them behind Alex Smith and give him a year to develop? I don't know. What you think about that, Pop?
No, I didn't. I did not know Alex Smith was ready to play. Alex Smith will start. He's better than Haskins at this point, man. Now, maybe if they get off to a slow start and say 2-8, 2-9, or something like that, then they may bring Haskins in. But hey, Rivera likes veteran players, man, and so
Yeah.
Stan just went yard for us, so it's 3-2. But yeah, man, I look for Alex Smith to start if he's ready to go, man. I mean, this guy's is a competitor, man. I mean, he didn't lose his job in Kansas City. Kansas City just decided to go with Holmes and stuff, and which was a great move. But hey, man, I mean, Alex Smith will be the starter if he's ready to go. If the doctors have cleared him, he'll be the starter on opening day.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that, man. And just not to get off subject, man, but I guess your boy Giancarlo got the memo, man. You know what I mean? Maybe one person heard this show and was like, "Hey, man, some cat down in Houston, man, he just talking bad on your name, man, and because he not just hitting, he cranking them.
he
You know what I'm
cranked.
saying? Yeah, he blasting them, man. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm out. You look, respect. Okay, stay healthy, stay in there. Your team needs you, man. But speaking of the NFL, man,
Yes, sir.
it ain't gonna be no exhibition games in the NFL, man.
No exhibition games,
No
man.
preseason, man. And look, this should happen. It should happen. You know what I mean? It should happen. Look, everybody's gonna be rusty, Pop. All these coaches are pulling their hair out, scouts pulling their hair out, general managers pulling their hair out. Look, everybody's dealing with the same thing, the same
Right,
exact thing. Everybody's gonna come out rusty. Okay, everybody's gonna come out not looking as sharp as they would if they would have had a real off season. Okay,
right,
with OCAs and spring training, camp and preseason games. Look, you got to deal with it. Everybody has to deal with it. You
everybody has to
got to
deal with
deal with it. You got to deal with it. So
it.
look,
Right,
just come out. Do you really need it? Yes, somewhat, but you don't need 4 games. You definitely don't need 6 preseason games how it used to be. You know what I mean? You don't need all that, man. Let them cats come out and play. Man, these athletes this day, and this ain't got nothing on athletes back in the 70s and 80s and 90s. But man, you got cats like speaking of Washington, well, excuse me, I don't want to say the Redskins. Okay, speaking of the Washington football team, they drafted a guy by the name of Chase Young, who's like
right,
6'5", 265, ran a 4.5 and a 40. Man, these cats are big, they strong, they fast, a lot bigger, strong, and faster than guys were 10, 20, 30 years ago. They don't need all that preparation other than rookies coming in, getting into the playbook and understanding the flow of the game. But
right,
none of them are really going to know how it goes, Pop, until those bullets start flying.
right. And hey, man, speaking of the NFL, and I don't want to. You may have already have this in the rundown. The Texans actually went to training camp today. Your rookies went to training camp today, and let's not forget the big trade, man. We got to talk about that. So, but yeah, man, I think it's going to be. You'll see teams rusty for the first couple of games, maybe 3 or 4 games. I think that's why uh, the quarterback with the Patriots and stuff, Tom Brady went down and was working his guys out, man. Because I mean, he going in a new system. He got to get timing down with those guys and stuff. And Brady's a timing quarterback, so he knew that. He knew that. Hey, man, I can't just go to training camp and work with these guys a couple hours a day and expect to come out on fire. From game one and stuff. So yeah, I think we'll see. I think you'll see defenses really dominate the first 2 or 3 weeks of the season. But then after that, I think you see the offenses once they get in the rhythm to really kind of pick things up.
Absolutely, man. And yeah, we do got to talk about this huge trade that happened in the NFL today. Now, I'm a little upset, man. I don't know what the Houston Texans could have done to get this cat, but this cat, he's the best safety in the league right now, hands down.
Right?
You know, if not top three, arguably the best. Okay. Jamal Adams gets traded. All the bickering that he did in New York, he know what's going on, man. He know what's going on. And side note, for Le'Veon Bell to, kind of shoot a shot at a subliminal shot at him, I just, I didn't appreciate that. I didn't
Bell's next,
appreciate that.
bitch.
Huh?
But trust me, by the middle of the season, Bell will be in New England. Okay. The,
Oh
the
yeah, I
Jets,
know it. I
the,
know it, man. The
the Jets
Jets.
are in total rebuild, man. I mean, they're not gonna keep a guy making $15 million a year and they're getting their butts kicked every game, man. He won't be there and stuff. I mean, he'll be in New England, maybe back in Pittsburgh, maybe with the Chargers or somebody like that. But he won't be in New York. This he'll get through the first 8 games. The Jets will evaluate where they are. If they know they're not gonna be in the playoffs, he'll be out of there.
Yeah, man. And here's the thing, man. When you evaluating your team, you know who works for you, who doesn't work for you. Also, hey, look, man, whatever we're doing is not working. I don't even remember the last time the Jets won. Yes, I do. Mark Sanchez.
Mark Sanchez.
Mark Sanchez was the last time the Jets actually were winning with the
Right.
crazy coach that they had. I can't think of his name right now. He got a brother named Rob. Jesus.
Ryan. Buddy
Yeah,
Ryan.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Buddy Ryan's son.
Yeah, okay, okay. Okay. They're
Yeah.
significant
Buddy
to the
Ryan's
city.
son.
Yeah. So they haven't won since then. And we talking what? That's back in what 2009, 2010,
Exactly.
somewhere, maybe 2012, somewhere around there. But man, look, they went and got the guy, Sam Darnold, okay? And they tried to add a few pieces. It's not working. They signed running backs. One thing you got to know when evaluating your team is the thing about signing running backs is most running backs are systematic running backs. That they're really
Systematic.
good in one system. You talking about Le'Veon Bell coming out of a system, first of all, that's pass first. Second
Right.
of all, that has one of the best offensive linemen. I mean, offensive line in the league has had the best
Right.
offensive line in the league for the last 5 to 8 years.
Right.
Running behind that offensive line to bring them to this subpar, you know, offensive line that you have up in New York and expect him to be half of what he was in Pittsburgh.
Right.
And somebody said, look, man, we got to be smart about this. And they did. They got 2-1s from Seattle
Who
for
won?
Jamal Adams. I
And a
wouldn't have
three.
gave up 2-1s. He's a great player. But to give up 2-1s for him, my God, man. But hey, they know, like you said, they in rebuilding mode. Look, man, we got to do something a little different. We got to build behind the guy that we believe is the guy in Sam Darnold
Right.
at quarterback. And you need some young guys running, toting the rock, man.
Need some young guys. You're right, Rich.
Le'Veon Bell is not Le'Veon Bell in Pittsburgh, man. He's not. He's
Right.
just not. He sat out a year. He's not that guy, man. He's
Right.
not, man. And his little cute statement that he made, about Jamal Adams. Look, man, these guys know, man, they coming into the league smarter, Pop. They know, man. Look, these guys, look, we got one life to live in this NFL, man, right?
Right. Right.
We want to go somewhere where we can either win or we can get the best for our buck.
Both.
Here's the thing, I get upset when people be like, oh man, look, you need to honor the contract. Bump under in the contract. Let me ask you a question, people that feel like that. If the owner sold the team, is he gonna give them stake in the company when he sells it? No, he's not. Okay.
Right.
So get every last penny that you can get, point blank, period, Pop.
Oh, I totally agree, man. And like I said, when Jamal Adams came out and made the statement a couple of days ago that they couldn't win with the head coach was not a leader and stuff, then you knew that was it, man. There's no way that he could ever play for that guy again. So but they got a king's ransom for him, man. They got a king's ransom for him, no doubt about it.
Man, they did, man. But you gotta say something outlandish like that for things to really stick and for you to get what you trying to get, man. You know what I mean?
Right.
You trying to get up
Right.
out of there, you gotta say something like that. And it might have been true, whether it was true or not. whatever he was trying to do, he got out of there, and just like other players got out of other places, man. And he said what he had to say to get out of there. And I don't always agree with how they do things like that, but I understand
Right.
that the majority, just like you got the whole Black Lives Matter movement, you know what I mean? I don't agree with everything Black Lives Matter movement does, but I understand what they're doing. The door
Right.
is open. Okay. There are people that don't understand, what I'm saying, the systematic oppression. So if
Right.
there's a door open to try and solve that, to find solutions to issues, they walking through them. And yeah, they're being persnickety about a lot of things, but I understand why, even if I don't agree with it. I don't like that you gotta put the coach out like that. Like, I didn't come up like that, man. We just talk bad about the coach, man, you know what I mean, to
Right.
get up out of there. But I understand, man, you got to do something outlandish like that in order to make your point and get out of there. And it's unfortunate that has to happen, but nevertheless, Jamal Adams is a Seattle Seahawk now, and man, he's really gonna anchor that defense, man.
Oh, absolutely.
Not like it was when the Legion of Boom was there, man. But I mean, just to have a guy like that on defense, Russell West, Kinfolk, he gonna handle his business on offense. You know what I
He gonna
mean?
handle his business, man.
He gonna handle his business. So man, it's exciting to see. Oh boy, they done loaded these bases up. Your feet about to get blasted. He messing around out here, boy, real quick. Yeah. But yeah, Pop, man, if you ain't got nothing to add, man, we gonna skedaddle on up out of here, man. Man, it's wonderful, man. I'm having a hard time doing the show, man, not looking at the game just because, shoot, man, this is what we do, man. We fans, man. Part of the reason why this show got started is because we had been deprived. You
Yes,
know,
sir.
we have been
Yes, sir.
deprived, man. But everyone out there, man, that's watching, it's one watching right now. But anyone that gets an opportunity to watch this, man, look, stay with us, man. We're gonna
Stay with us.
continue to give you all of our best, man. We're gonna give you all of us and more. Stick with us, man. Help us come up in the game, man. And so for me, J.R. Wilson, for my father, Ping Wilson, this is The Solid Grip. We thank y'all so much for tuning in. Again, we want y'all to like, comment, and subscribe. Go to our YouTube page and do so. Hit the little bell while you're there so you don't miss anything that we got going. And don't forget to follow us on Twitter. That's twitter.com/solid_grip. And y'all look out until next time. We are coming with sizzling hot fire takes, and y'all just got to be a part of it, man, because that's how we coming with it. But yeah, so y'all stay tuned. We got another show coming out here in a couple days. Y'all look out for it. This is The Solid Grip. Y'all take care. We are out of here.